used to think my anxiety was just me, part of my DNA. But one day I jumped out of an airplane and experienced something I'd never felt before. Complete and total peace. No racing thoughts, no overthinking, just me flying. And it changed everything. This is the story of how skydiving taught me what it feels like to actually be fully present, and why I'll spend the rest of my life chasing that feeling. I was always an anxious person, but when I was little, we didn't call it that. I was just told to stop worrying, and that was like telling a dog to stop wagging its tail. And I'm like, okay, but how? How do I stop worrying? But no one ever had the answer. Fast forward to our 5th wedding anniversary. My husband and I decided that every 5 years we were going to do something big and unforgettable. On our honeymoon, we had went swimming with sharks.
I was fully on board until we actually got in the water with the sharks and they actually started feeding them below us.
And this year, I wanted to bathe an elephant, which is romantic, right? He took charge of the planning, which was fine by me, but he didn't realize how quickly the elephant encounters booked up in advance. So it was the week before our anniversary, and he was scrambling to make some sort of backup list. And the ideas were like cute and fine, like the art museum or Topgolf. But then he said 2 words that lit up my face: skydiving.
Nothing sounded remotely as exciting until he said the word skydiving.
He thought I was joking.
And then he tried to talk me out of it. I'm like, it's your idea and I'm set on it now, buddy. We're going.
Alan was terrified. I mean, I'm pretty sure this man was calculating out his will in his head on the way there.
Nervous.
Me? I was buzzing with excitement.
I'm super excited.
I'm a risk taker, but I'm also a numbers girl. And statistically, you're more likely to get struck by lightning than seriously injured skydiving. We checked in, suited up.
What we all dressed up for today?
Going skydiving.
Whose idea was that?
I came up with the idea.
And we met our tandem partners. That's a thing on your first jump where you literally are strapped to somebody else and you don't even get a chance to chicken out.
Yeah, you nervous?
I'm not. I thought I would be by now.
We boarded the plane, which by the way was a lot smaller than I had imagined.
Just meant we're gonna walk over to the plane. That's our plane right over there.
And the pilot? Let's just say he was younger than the babysitter that we left our kids with. And at one point he was texting with both hands while flying. Both hands on the phone. For a split second I thought, well, worst case scenario, we're jumping out early. I've already got on the parachute. Alan had to go first because he was in the back of the plane, and they inched him towards the door and they leaned his head back because he's ridiculously tall, and he was there and then gone. Nothing but air. And then there was me. There was no time to overthink. I stepped straight out into the sky and I was flying. At first, there was nothing but sky and the wind pressure on my face, and I was smiling so wide, it was drying out my gums. And I wasn't thinking about anything. I wasn't thinking about the airplane that just left us behind. I wasn't thinking about Alan. I wasn't thinking about the kids. For the first time in my life, my mind was just quiet. And then the parachute opened and yanked us upwards, and I grabbed a hold of the straps and I could see the world. I could see the fields. I could see the little toy cars going down the highway. I could see Alan floating by in a distance. It was perfect.
Oh, gonna come right next to us. And there they are. Woohoo!
After we landed, all I could think about was running to my husband and hugging him, and that kiss.
Not that.
That was awesome.
You're back down the ground now.
Yes.
The adrenaline was still pumping, but my mind was still clear.
Did you have a good time?
I had a great time.
The instructor asked us if we wanted to go again, and Alan immediately responded with hell yes.
You gonna do it again? I was telling Ashley you don't have to do another tandem. We'll put you through a class and let you wear your own rig.
And I said, I don't know. And it's not because I didn't love it, I loved it. But it was because I wasn't thinking about tomorrow, that I was still just fully present in that exact moment.
Like skydiving.
My anxiety had always kept me in the past or worried about the future. And at 13,000 feet above ground, I was finally just here. Since that day, I have been chasing that clarity. Not through extreme sports, although I would go skydiving again. But I've been working really hard through meditation techniques to figure out how to find that same level of peace. And I'm also spending a lot of time intentionally reminding myself that when I'm doing things like going for a walk or cooking or watching my daughter dance, to not be in the past or in the future, but to be fully present in that moment. I still haven't reached that exact level of peace outside of skydiving, but I know it's possible, and that changes everything. So maybe you don't need to jump out of an airplane, but for me, skydiving opened my mind. And once you've tasted presence, you spend the rest of your life trying to savor it. If you want to see our full skydiving video, I will link that down below. And tell me, would you go skydiving? Is this something that you would do in order to find peace?